West Conference. We ask that all fans act responsibly and courteously. Use of language and disorderly conduct is unacceptable and unwelcome. Let's support the student athletes, coaches, spectators. The athletics. The team's athletic trainer, Dixie State Athletics.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's matchup. We have your Dixie State Trailblazers versus Cal Baptist Lancers. We welcome you tonight to Legend Solar Stadium. Fans, get ready. It's going to be a good matchup tonight. We have both of these teams, two excellent teams, headed out onto the pitch right now for tonight's matchup. Your Dixie State Trailblazers currently are running a undefeated series, and Lancers as well. Both teams have not lost this season. I'm excited to see what happens tonight down on the pitch, with both teams being undefeated thus far. Your California Baptist Lancers are ranked number 10 currently, so we know they'll bring a great game tonight. But your Dixie State Trailblazers also will bring a wonderful game. We know they are undefeated this season, 7-0 so far, and this is their fourth year at home and are looking to take another win tonight. Overall, Dixie State is 2-4-1 all time versus California Baptist University. They've won twice and lost 4 times, tied once. So they're looking to boost that number, boost that win, and take home another one tonight. Looks like the first ever meeting between the two schools on the pitch was back in 2011, and here we go. It's game time. The kickoff starts. Lancers will take the ball back into the defensive end. Lancers are going to try and work the ball up. Looks like it's going to be out of bounds on Dixie State for a Lancer throw-in. Looks like number 10, Joey Chica of the Lancers, will take the throw-in. Joey Chica, big throw into the middle of the box, headed out by Dixie State. But Lancers will maintain possession. Lancers are going to work the ball back into the defense. Good pressure by Dixie State. You know, the key to any start to any match is a good pressure. I think we'll see that quite a bit tonight, as like mentioned before, both teams are exceptional on the pitch, and both teams know how to pressure the ball. The key factor will come down to you know, who's more physically fit. Both of these teams will give it their all, but those last 5 minutes of the half, the first 5 minutes, really can determine the rate of play, I should say. Looks like Dixie State's going to take a throw-in. Brian Baugh, number 5 of Dixie State, notorious for his long throws. It'll be kicked out by the Lancers, but recovered. Baugh again is going to attempt to cross it in, and it'll be a big boot from your California Baptist. Dixie State throw-in. Both teams trying to work the middle. Aggressive play, good play by number 11 of Dixie State, Ather Dawood, who still maintains the ball. Falls down, but still maintains possession. He's going to send it back. Brian Ball with the big kick forward, booted back. A lot of kick ball out there. These, like I said, these first 5 minutes of of this match, of any match, are crucial. And these first 5 minutes, obviously, you're going to learn a lot about your opponents. You're going to learn some of the key players. You're going to learn their strategies and how they choose to work the ball around. And so obviously it's a great opportunity to take the ball and run with it, but it's a great opportunity to really study your opponent and figure out their gameplay so you can overcome and creating a better strategy to work that ball down the field and get it into the goal. Dixie State maintains the possession of the ball, center field. Ortega's going to pass it off to D'Amato, one of the captains for Dixie State. Lancers are going to steal the ball. Looks like it's going to go out of bounds for Dixie State throw-in. Throw in, Dixie State's going to, good flick. They're going to flick it out to that far side. Still maintaining possession, they'll drop it back to the midfield. Brian Bob, big boot over the top. Looks like it's going to be caught in the air by your Lancers keeper, Kevin Rahamini. Excuse me, Kevin Ramani. Dixie State working the ball through the defense. Looks like there's gonna be some miscommunication on the field. The defense wanted to boot it forward, but offense wasn't ready for the run. Lancers throw it in. Lancer throw in, good pressure. Looks like, again, just a little bit of miscommunication by Dixie State offense. Lancer defense with a big boot is going to attempt to connect Brian Ball with the defensive header. Oh, same team. Going to collide a little bit in there. Lancers attempting to work the ball up. So far, 7 minutes into the game, no shots. The majority of the ball has been played in the center field. Looks like Dixie State's going to take a throw in. Gustavo Ortega is going to look to find an open man. He'll give it a throw. Gabby Medina on the receiving end. Lancer's going to attempt to pass. It's going to go out of bounds. Dawood's going to, well, looks like he's not going to take the throw in. Ortega will throw it in. Looks like referee called it. Referee's going to have him throw it in once again. Dawood will pass it back to number 10. Pass it back to defense, who's going to send it forward. Gabby Medina working in the middle. Gabby Medina will take a long shot. Blocked by the keeper. Good shot on goal. Unfortunately, no one there to follow up. Right idea by Gabby Medina sending it. Lancers have worked it back into the Trailblazers defending third. Lancers with the ball. Looks like number 9 is going to take a shot deflected. Lancers are going to maintain possession. Unlucky pass scooped up by keeper for your Dixie State Trailblazers, Zach Nielsen. Zach Nielsen with a big kick. Lancers are going to receive the ball, going to try and send it over the top. Dixie State defense there. Dixie State defender, number 24, Gustavo Ortega. Looks like Gustavo's playing that left back. Sorry, excuse me, that right back. You know, that right back position can be a critical one where they have the opportunity to play good defense, but at the same time, well, it looks like Lancers are going to get it into the attacking third, into the goal box, headed out with a big kick. Good clear by Dixie State defense. Lancers are going to try and send it down the line. Still running with it. He's going to attempt to cross it over. It's going to be a big boot by Zach Nielsen. Lancers are going to maintain possession and again try and run it down the line. They're in the attacking third. Attempt to cross. Looks like it's going to be defended by Brian Baugh. Dixie State back on the offense. Good through. Gabby Medina is going to pass it up. Moises Medina with the ball. He's going to attempt to put it on frame. It's going to go out of bounds. Lancer goal kick, big boot into the middle of the field, headed. Kicking the ball back and forth. Lancers really putting the pressure on the defense. Unfortunate pass picked off by the Lancers. They're going to get it in the middle. Good challenge by Dixie State. Moises Medina is going to attempt to work the ball down the far end of the pitch. He'll outrun a couple defenders and the ball go out of bounds for a Dixie State throw-in. Dixie State's going to look to drop the ball and swing it towards the close end of the pitch. Ortega out to Dawood. It's going to go out of bounds. Looks like a Lancer throw-in. Big kick by Lancer defense, gonna connect. But Dixie State will pick it off. Lancers with possession once again. You know, like I said, I expect big things from both of these teams, with both teams undefeated. Dixie State 7-0 this year. Your Lancers are 6-0-1, so still undefeated. Looks like they had one draw, but still number 10th ranked team. So you gotta know that they're coming with everything. You know, it's on top of that, you know Dixie State has a giant target on their back. Going undefeated in conference last year, making it into the NCAA tournament. You know, the team has developed a winning culture, and nothing more would please an opposing team to come to Legend Solar Stadium, come to your home pitch, and beat you here at home. Dixie State knows that, so they know they've got to bring their A game. Looks like a Lancer corner kick. It's going to be easy. Back to the... He's going to attempt it to get it in. Missed by a couple players. Lancer still maintains possession. Bad kick. Looks like it's going to be a shot just wide. Horrific defending by your Dixie State Trailblazers leads to Lancer opportunity. Luckily, it goes wide. Looks like it's going to be a Lancer corner kick. Looks like that shot was by Apodaca. Corner kick. Headed out. Looks like it's going to be a foul on the Lancers. Dixie State free kick. Brian Ball will step up to take the free kick. Brian Ball booted down the far end of the pitch. Contested. Looks like it'll remain in Trailblazer possession. This looks like Estrada is going to hand the ball off. Throw in. Big boot by your Lancer defense. Brian Ball's gonna look to send it back to Zach, who's gonna pass it out wide to number 23, Barajas. They're gonna attempt to work it down. Looks like it's gonna be handball, or out of bounds, excuse me. Lancers have it in the attacking third. Looks like possible injury. Looks like Ortega might have been hit in the face. Ref making sure he's okay. Good sportsmanship by the ref and player there. Looks like Lancers are going to take their throw in. Joey Chico will throw the ball in. Into the middle of the box. Headed out. Good defense by Brian Baugh. Big header to clear the ball out of the box. Lancers will attempt to put it back in. It'll go out of bounds for Dixie State Dixie State goal kick. Big boot by Zach Nielsen of DSU. Dixie State's going to attempt to work the ball up. Body contact by CVU is going to knock Gabby Medina off the ball. And Baptist will look like California Baptist will attempt to send it down, and it'll go out of bounds. You know, aggression is obviously a key component to any sport. Being aggressive is necessary, especially down on the pitch. You need to challenge your opponents. You need to put body contact on them. However, we do not encourage, in fact, we very much discourage foul play and being over-aggressive. You know, nobody needs to get hurt. We hope that each match, after each match, we all walk off the pitch, nobody injured, everybody in good health. But a clean fight. A clean fight is what we want. It's what the fans want. It's what the players want. It's what makes soccer so interesting, so exciting, so riveting to see those players fight for the ball, but at the same time use that fancy footwork, make good judgment calls to be able to work the ball down the pitch and put it in the back of the net. Looks like California Baptists are gonna work the ball back and forth. They're going to attempt to send it down line. Open man. California Baptist is they're going to cross it in. Good defense. Dangerous territory for your Dixie State Trailblazers as California Baptist attempt another shot. The Lancers still maintaining possession will cross it in. Looks like just over. It's going to fly out for Dixie State goal kick. Dangerous play for your Dixie State Trailblazers. It is in the attacking third of the Lancers. They've crossed it over multiple times. You know, I definitely got to say Dixie State's got to change up something in that defensive third so they can make sure there are no open men on either side of the pitch. Lancers are going to attempt to give it a big boot forward. Scooped up by the Lancers. Looks like it's going to be a strike. Good defense. Great goalkeeping by Zach Nielsen of DSU. Good save there. Looks like your Lancers had an opportunity. Good defense and, good goalkeeping by Zach Nielsen there. Looks like that shot was taken by Apodaka. Corner kick. Still in Dixie State defending third. Big boot to try and get it out of there. Looks like it's going to be a foul called. Definitely good call by the referee. Definitely looked like an accident to me. Lancers will send it in. Scooped up by Zach Nielsen. I got to hand it to the kid. Exceptional goalkeeper. In the last few matches, you know, the very last match, he had 1 goal scored on him. Before that, 2 shutouts. But you know, overall, the kid has a great record in the goal for his goalkeeping skills. Goalkeeper defense. Oh, looks like Lancer number 11 is going to work it down and take a shot. It'll be just wide. Looks like that was Apodaka again. Apodaka, we've seen down there in that attacking third multiple times. You know he's a dangerous player. You need to keep someone on him. California Baptist Lancers have now taken 5 shots, 1 of which has been on goal. Compared to your Dixie State Trailblazers, who've taken 1 shot with the 1 being on goal. This first 20 so minutes has really been in the Lancers' favor and played the vast majority of the time on the Dixie State's defending half of the field. Lancer, number 9, is going to take a big boot. Looks like it's going to fly over. Looks like that was number 9, Sebastian Wisboek. Big boot by Zach Nielsen. Both teams are going to play with it back and forth. Looks like Lancer's going to try and send it forward. Brian Ball send it out wide. Looks like it'll be called out of bounds on Ortega for Lancer throw-in. Looks like the ball's going to fall back into Lancer territory. Defense is going to send it forward. They're going to keep the ball rolling. They're going to work it down to that far side in the attacking third. They'll cross it over. No one there to receive. Number 19 will have a shot, but it'll go far right. Number 19, Junior Guerra. Zach Nielsen again with a big boot. Looks like it'll be headed out of bounds by the Lancers. Dixie State throwing with Brian Baugh with possession. He's going to look to send it forward. Lancers there with difficult pressure. Brian Baugh will switch the ball. Ortega comes up. Again, like I said, that right back really has possession to... Looks like he'll cross it in. Gabby Medina will attempt to head it. Couldn't get a touch on it, unfortunately. Send it back in, headed out by Lancer defense. Again, like I was saying, those backs really have that space to work their way all the way up to the far end and then drop back to play defense. They can be a critical player as we get into the final third. In my opinion, one of the perfect players to cross that ball over and get it into the middle of the box. Unfortunate slide by Ortega. He can't grab it. Looks like it'll be put into the middle. Dawood will take possession and start working the ball up the field. Dawood looking to find an open man. He'll pass it up to Moises Medina, who's going to work it in. Tough defense. Lancers will retake possession. I've got to say, I've been impressed with Lancer passing. They've really done well at making each one of their passes count, making sure each pass is completed. It's critical when it comes to working the ball down into your attacking third. Dixie State throw in to Gabby Medina. Looks like it's going to be a foul. Looks like it's going to be a Dixie State free kick. Number 8, D'Amato will take the kick. He'll put it in. Looks like it's headed. Unfortunately, sideways and couldn't quite get it in. It was a good look by the Trailblazers. Just couldn't quite get it on frame. Trailblazers will maintain possession in the midfield. Trailblazers still maintaining possession into that midfield area. Medina's going to look to swing it out wide to Ortega. Ortega's beckoning for Dawood to come to him, or someone to come to him at this point. Medina, good footwork. He's going to pass it up. Looks like they'll have a shot. Shot will go over. That shot was taken by Moises Medina. Looks like we have a substitution on the pitch. Looks like John Deere Porta will be going in for Gustavo Ortega. Looks like Lancers are going to take their free kick, boot it far. Lancers still maintaining possession, are going to look through that through ball, but can't quite connect. It's going to go out of bounds. Looks like it's going to be a corner kick. Before the corner kick is taken, looks like there's going to be a Lancer substitution, or 3 of them, should I say. Looks like Chris Heckenberg will be going in for Daniel Westholm. Preston Judd will be substituting in for Aiden Apogataka. Corner kick taken by the Lancers, called off. Sorry, that last substitution there was Junior Guerra going in for Joey Chica. Lancer corner kick. It's going to be well over. Oh, looks like there was touch. Referee saying Dixie State touched it, and it'll be another Lancer corner kick. Another Lancer corner kick. No one there to receive, or it flies through everybody. Number 15 with a spin volley. It'll go just wide on that far right side. Dangerous play for your Dixie State Trailblazers. Looks like Chris Heckenberg right off the bench took that volley. Up to this point, your Dixie State Trailblazers have not even taken a corner kick, while the Lancers have taken 5. Like I mentioned earlier, the majority of this half has really been worked into the Dixie State territory. Lancers going to attempt to send it through. Zach Nielsen's going to scoop the ball up before. Dawood may still maintaining position. D'Amato. They're going to work the ball up. Medina now finding an open man. He'll pass it out wide to Brian Baugh, who will come up. Brian Ball's going to switch the field. Lancer's going to work the ball up. He's going to attempt to take a shot, but looks like number 23, Dixie State, Barajas, will stop him. Looks like the ref will call it. Looks like it'll be a Lancer free kick. Just over 12 minutes remaining. Looks like Lancers are going to attempt to get it in, but the ref will call it offsides. It'll go out far to the left. Doesn't matter though, as the referee has called it offsides on the Lancers. Nonetheless, dangerous play for your Dixie State Trailblazers. Zach Nielsen will take a big boot. Looks like the crowd's going to get upset after that play. Good footwork by your Dixie State Trailblazers. Going to be free kick. Free kick. It's going to be up in good position. Headed out. Looks like Estrada's going to attempt to take a shot, but too many Lancer defenders in the way. Out of bounds. Dixie State throwing. Looks like there's going to be a substitution. Looks like Ricardo Villa is going to be coming in for Arthur Dawood, and Christian Hall for Moises Medina. Dixie State throwing. Brian Baugh is going to throw it in the middle. Looks like the ref will call it. Looks like the ref's calling out a couple players in the box, telling them they need to settle down. While we all appreciate a good physical play, no need for over-the-top violence or aggression. Alright, Dixie State's going to take another throw in. Estrada with the ball. Looks like it'll come out wide to Baugh. Baugh attempt to cross it in, blocked. Bad touch. Unfortunate touch by Baugh. Ball head out of bounds for Lancer throw in. Looks like the crowd's getting a little upset again. Trailblazer throw in, picked off. Lancers are going to work the ball down. Looks like it's going to be out of bounds for... Oh, looks like the ref's gonna say Dixie State was pushing. Looks like number 9, Sebastian Weiss. Looks like he'll take the free kick. Looks like Dixie State will attempt to take possession. Looks like Lancers are going to work the ball down the close end of the pitch. Dixie State's going to take the ball and give it a big boot. Ball will stay in. Number 32, Placito. Big boot over the top. Still in. They're going to attempt to play it in. Brian Ball booted out. Lancers will attempt to give it another big boot. Dixie State really needs to step it up offensively. Vast majority of the first half has been played in their defensive territory. You know, something always important to remember about the wonderful game of soccer is, as I say, Dixie State needs to, you know, step up their offense or step up their defense, or is either team, you know, both teams obviously need to, but the key part about it is the offense is every single player on the pitch, as is the defense. Every player, when one team maintains possession, every player on that team is an offensive player. And every player on the opposing team is a defensive player. Soccer is very, very much a team sport. Each position is needed. Each position is key to working that ball down the pitch and getting into the back of the net. No matter how good one player may be, the team must work together, must communicate, especially when we get to this kind of level where both teams are undefeated, both teams they know what they're doing out there on the pitch. They know how to handle the ball. They know how to pass. They know how to shoot. Teamwork and, you know, physical endurance are two of the keys into winning a match like this. Lancers still working the ball. Looks like they're going to attempt to make an open shot. Looks like he's going to pass it to number 18, who's going to strike. Good defense. Great goalkeeping by Zach Nilsson of your DSU Trailblazers. Dived for it, just got his fingertips on the ball, but his fingertips were enough to push the ball out of the way so Brian Ball could boot it out of bounds. Again, great goalkeeping. I have been thoroughly impressed with Zach Nilsson and his defensive skills. Looks like that shot, a well-placed shot in my opinion. Well placed, but better keeping. That shot was taken by Dario Garcia. Zach Nilsson up to this game has had 35 saves and has done an excellent job in his career. Oh, looks like it's going to be close. Lancers can't quite get it in. Scary play for your Dixie State Trailblazers, but they've come through. Ball's going to bounce off the post. That was real close, a little too close for comfort for your Dixie State Trailblazers. Lancers still working it in, still maintaining possession. Looks like they're going to attempt to cross it in. Zach Nilsson somehow comes up with the ball once again. Zach Nilsson with some incredible goalkeeping this match. You know, I got to hand it to the kid. He's young, but he's been incredible. I mean, just a sophomore and has really executed some great textbook goalkeeping, you got to hand it to him. His goalkeeper coach, Bradley Trella, who is also a student here at Dixie State, Looks like there's going to be some rough play down on the field. Players are going to exchange some words. Looks like they're good now. You know, as I mentioned, Bradley Trell, the goalkeeping coach for Dixie State Trailblazers, he's done an excellent job, as you can see. Him and Zach Nilsson are like brothers. I've had the chance to sit down and talk with him, and he's a student himself here at Dixie. He played as the keeper just not very long ago, so he knows what it's like. He knows what it's like to be in the same boots as Zach Nilsson. Looks like there's going to be a foul on your Dixie State Trailblazers. Back in the Lancers defending third. They'll take a nice easy kick, and then they'll try and work it down. No one there to receive the header. Just over a minute left in this first half. Lancers are going to work it down that far right side again. Looks like he's going to be tripped up. Referee will call it. Referee will call it. It'll be a free kick for the Lancers just outside of the box. Just above that 18-yard line. Looks like back to take the kick, number 9, Sebastian Weisboeck. He'll take the kick. Attempt to go far post to his teammates, but unfortunate kick. No one there to receive. It'll head out of bounds for a Dixie State goal kick.
10, 9,
10 seconds left.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Looks like that'll wrap up the first half of tonight's match. Dixie State Trailblazers nil, California Baptist Lancers nil. It's been a good match so far, but we just haven't seen any of the teams able to convert on the offensive end of the pitch. You know, your Lancers with 12 shots taken, 3 of them on goal. Your Dixie State Trailblazers 2 shots with only 1 of them on goal. It's definitely been a match more so played in Dixie State defending third. So we hope as each team takes a couple minute break and comes back out onto the pitch, they've talked, they've decided what needs to happen, and they can properly execute. Again, my name is Kyle Cummings, and I am your commentator of tonight's match. We'll be taking a short break for the halftime period, and we'll be back here shortly. as we begin the half, your Dixie State Trailblazers 0, California Baptist Lancers 0. We welcome you back to the pitch again. My name is Kyle Cummings. I'll be commentating for you tonight. Both teams now have played a first half, had some time to sit with their coaches, with fellow players, talk about strategy, talk about what's worked, what hasn't, what the future game plan is for this second half. I expect to see big things from both teams. For those of you just tuning in with us, both teams going into tonight's match are undefeated. Your Dixie State Trailblazers 7-0, and California Baptist Lancers are 6-0-1, 6 wins, 1 tie. So, like I said, I expect to see big things tonight. Looks like Dixie State's working it into the attacking third, but it'll go out of bounds for a Lancer goal kick. Big Lancer goal kick will send the ball forward. Looks like Lancers are going to work the ball up and attempt to take a shot. Doesn't look like anything happened back there. Players gets a little frustrated saying he was knocked over and fouled, but ref won't have it. Up until this match, the Lancers have had 73 shots on goal and 126 attempts for just over 50%, about a 57% shot on goal rate, which they've definitely shown tonight how they like to shoot on goal. They have 13 shots on goal just tonight, with 13 shots tonight, 3 of them on goal. So, Dixie State's done well in defending to the point where, only a fourth, or approximately a fourth, of their shots have been on goal. But overall, Dixie State's only taken 2 shots. So you see a problem there where the Lancers have taken 13 shots, 3 of them have been on goal. Dixie State's only taken 2. And only 1 of those was on goal. So really, Dixie State coming out into the second half, I really believe they really need to work the ball up. They need to be patient, but they need to be aggressive in that attacking third. And if given the opportunity, they need to strike. Ball being played in the middle, around center field. Lancers are going to work the ball up. Your Dixie State Trailblazers are coached by Jonathan Broadhead, who took over a good team. This is his first full season as the coach. He took over a great team, but in my opinion, he's done an excellent job thus far. Really bonding with the team, building that team chemistry. Dixie State, for those of you that know Dixie State Trailblazer coaching history, as far as men's soccer goes is they've gone through quite a few coaches, and in fact in the last 4 years have gone through 4 or 5 or so. And so it really is impressive to see a coach come in and take over with confidence and work with the team so well. Looks like Lancer free kick. It's going to be caught by Zach Nielsen. The Lancers are coached by Co Michelson and assisted by Stephen Marshall, Jeff Redinger. Looks like Dixie State's going to work the ball up the field. Moises Medina's going to have a strike. Just barely to the left. But again, like I said earlier, you know, the mentality is there. Get the ball into the attacking third and have a hit. Take a shot. You know, it soared just barely left, but if, you know, you take enough shots, one is going to go in. It goes without saying, if you don't shoot, you're not going to get one in. Around into the 54th, around the 54th minute now. Both teams still attempting to put one in. Good footwork on the far side of the pitch. Looks like the ball's gonna be still played in the middle. Brian Ball's gonna send one. Attempt to send it over the top. Lancer defense is going to stop that from happening. Trailblazers reassume possession. Trying to work in those passes in the middle. Looks like referee's gonna call a foul on Lancers for a Dixie State free kick. D'Amato's going to take the kick. I see a lot of white over there with just a few black speckles. You know, not a good sign. As you take that free kick into the box, you want to have a decent amount of players in there, so you have a better chance of getting that ball into the back of the net. Looks like a Trailblazer throw in. Brian Ball launched it into the middle. Looks like he'll take the ball again. Looks like he was challenged. The referee doesn't call anything, which, you know, I have to agree with the referee. That was a fair tackle. Looks like the ref's going to call a foul on Dixie State. The fans are outraged, in disagreement with the ref's call. You know, I have to say the men, they play fast, they play well. However, when it comes to the flop, they do that pretty well too. Looks like Lancers are having a couple words with the ref. Not sure what about, since the call was in their favor. Lancers are going to send it in. Good defensive skills by the keeper. Will be kicked out of bounds. Dixie State throwing. John Darrow take the quick kick, or excuse me, quick throw. D'Amato's going to attempt to work the ball in over the top. Lancer keeper is going to be there, who will throw it out. Lancers are going to attempt to work the ball down that far end. And they'll bring it back to the middle. Good defense by Dixie State, but it's going to head out of bounds. Looks like we have a substitution down on the pitch. Excuse me, no substitution, it looks like. Just a foul on Dixie State that is taken with a free kick and booted out of Dixie territory. Lancers, he's going to have a go. Rocketed right into Zach Nielsen's arms. Good recovery. Looks like Preston Judd's who was the one that ripped that shot. Dixie State running with the ball. Moises Medina is going to pass it back in. Unlucky touch. Couldn't quite get there. Looks like some players are down. Looks like Robles Gonzalez appears to be injured. Didn't see what happened there. Referee's gonna call the athletic trainer onto the field. Each team's going to take advantage of the injury and grab some water. You know, I can't say I blame them. 90 minutes is a long time to be running and gunning. Looks like Robles is going to come off the field having a hard time. But with the help of teammates and the athletic trainer, he will stumble off the field. Looks like Gustavo Ortega will be taking his place on the pitch. We will resume play. Dixie State in possession. Zach Nielsen, a big boot. No one there to receive but Lancer. Looks like Lancers are going to send it down the line. Number 23 is going to look for an open man. He has an open man who connects but shoots it far and wide on that left side. Wide open. Just couldn't connect and put it on frame. Dangerous play for Dixie State. Left that man wide open there. Looks like that was going to be Hugo Gutierrez that takes the shot. Substitution there. Weiser in for Preston Judd. Probably the most dangerous play of the night, or at least one of them, in Dixie State territory. Looks like some tough pressure. Looks like he's pressured, managed to hang on the ball long enough, but the referee did call it. Looks like Brian Baugh back to take the free kick. Brian Baugh will send it forward. Bad defense, and that's going to go out of bounds for a Lancer corner kick. Again, dangerous area for your Dixie State Trailblazers. Looks like the ref's going to take a minute and talk to some of the players. Looks like there was some pushing down there in the box. Referee had his word. He'll let the corner go. Headed. Another dangerous header. Deflected. Deflected out of bounds. It looks like Lancers will take another corner. This one will go far wide. Looks like D'Amato making a run down the field looking to counter. D'Amato attempts to make a run, gets challenged, and gets carded there. D'Amato will take a yellow card. Big Lancer free kick down the pitch. Lots of headers going on. Looks like Lancers will take possession. He'll try and boot it in over the top. Brian Baugh attempting to recover. Looks like it'll go out for a Dixie State goal kick. Looks like we have a substitution, couple substitutions, one for each team coming in. Looks like Gabby Medina will be headed in for Tommy Mernandez for your Dixie State Trailblazers, and Chris Heckenberg will be coming in for Hugo Gutierrez. That yellow card was on Ather Dawood. Looks like it's Dixie State's first yellow of the night. Both teams now with 1-1 when it comes to yellow cards. Looks like some aggressive play. The ref will call it. Dixie State will take the quick kick. Baugh will attempt to work it in. Over the top, it'll go out of bounds for a Dixie State throw-in. Oh, excuse me. Yes, it looks like it will be, in fact, a Dixie State throw-in. Baugh ready for the big throw. Dixie State really needing to convert. Baugh has a big throw. Looks like Medina will get a touch. Unfortunately, couldn't quite convert and get it into the back of the net. It'll go out of bounds. Big Lancer goal kick. Looks like Dixie State will be called for a foul. Good call on the referee's part, in my opinion. Free kicks taken and booted out by Dixie State. Quick Lancer throw into the backfield. Looks like the Lancers are going to try and boot it forward, but Baugh won't have it. He'll give it another boot out. Lancers are going to attempt to work it in. Good challenge by Dixie State, who will take possession and swing the ball. Dawood. Dawood trying to send it through to Medina, but can't connect. Uh-oh, looks like your Lancers break through with a couple quick passes. Are going to break through and get it into the back of the net. Lancers go up 1-0. Unfortunate defending by your Dixie State Trailblazers. Very unfortunate goal for your Dixie State Trailblazers, as they're now down 1. But it's key now that they keep their heads up and keep the mentality that they're not out of this game. They still have some time to play, just over 20 minutes left to play, plenty of time to come back. Looks like that goal was scored by Apodaca, his first, first goal scored of the game. It's his 18th goal of the season. Goal was assisted by Chris Heckenberg. You know, Apodaca throughout the night has had various opportunities, taken some good shots, but hasn't been able to convert until tonight, until just now. It was a good goal, approximately 20 yards out. It'll put your California Baptist Lancers up 1-0. Looks like it'll be called offsides on Dixie State. Gotta hand it to him. Apodaca for sure. Great player. Looks like Lancers are back in dangerous territory. They'll try and have another. Can't quite get it. It'll go far wide. Just off that right side.
Lancer goal scored by number 11, Apodaca. It's 18th of the season for 6th awarded.
Lancers now gonna try and work the ball. They'll Looks like a quick foul called on Dixie. Just got his foot out from under him. Dixie now with 13 fouls of the night. Your Lancers with 9. Lancers in the attacking territory. Looks like Lancers will take possession. They'll attempt to send it through, headed. Bad touch by Dixie State. It'll be out of bounds for a Lancer throw-in. Looks like the Lancers are going to try and substitute, but the ref says the ball was thrown before the substitution was called, and they'll continue play. You know, you got to hand it to the Lancers going into tonight's match. They are undefeated. They have a great record. In fact, the California Baptist University was tabbed as the 2017 preseason favorite, with various coaches believing that they will come in and take the conference championship. Attempted header, couldn't quite get there. Dixie State almost, but not quite. They'll try and send it back in. John Deere Porta. Looks like kicked out by Lancer defense. You know, as I was saying, the Lancers are picked. They were picked in the preseason polls to take the conference championship. But you know, something you got to remember is that those are just numbers. Those are just opinions. Those are not cold hard facts. Those are just I believe this and I believe that. So really, at the end of the day, doesn't mean a whole lot. Looks like Dixie State back in the attacking third. Ball will go out of bounds. Looks like crowd's going to get upset, saying it was a handball. Referee's going to call it a corner kick. Dixie State's going to attempt to play the handball, but the referee will let him know that he's firm on his call about that corner kick. Dixie State with an opportunity to get one into the back of the net and tie it up. Looks like the Lancers will head it out. Scooped up by the keeper. Big kick by the keeper. Will send the ball down the field. No one there but Dixie to receive. Big kick by Brian Ball will go out of bounds. In that same poll in which California Baptist was, you know, picked to win first, your Dixie State Trailblazers were picked to win third, so still up there. But like I said, you gotta take that preseason poll with a grain of salt. And you know, talking with Coach Johnny, I had the opportunity to sit down with him and talk to him as well. And talking with him, he was very much okay with this idea. You know, it takes off a little pressure of knowing that you got a big target on your back. They already have a big enough target with, you know, having an undefeated season last year and playing undefeated so far this year. They have a big target, and so they know each team is going to bring their A game, and California Baptist has really shown that tonight. Looks like Medina is going to have a rip. It's going to go far, posted in. Goal! It's a great goal by Medina. Moises Medina with a great goal. He's going to take the ball up, turn his head up. He'll see the keepers out, and he'll have a rip. It's going to go far post and into the back of the net. A great goal. That's going to be your equalizer. Things are all tied up now. Just over 15 minutes remaining in the second half of tonight's match. Things are all tied up. Just what Dixie State needed. Now with that momentum of having the equalizer and turning things nil or 1-1, Dixie State really needs to take that momentum and run with it. You have the excitement, you have the energy, you have the heart now, knowing that you are right back in the game. You got to take it. You got to run with it. You got to get another one in there before the clock runs out. Again, great goal by Moises Medina, assisted by Jandir Porta. It looks like that's goal number 5 for Moises Medina of this season. An excellent look, excellent rip. Dixie State is back in the game. They've got their heads high, but they need to now play a solid defense and convert on offense. Porta looks like he's going to send it into the middle. Gabby Medina with space. He's looking, he's trying. He's going to attempt to send it to Porta. Looks like Lancer defense will stop it. Big boot out of the defensive area. Looks like Medina again with the ball in the midfield, trying to find the best route. Lancers are looking to have another. Lancers are going to turn to go. He'll have a shot. Looks like it's going to go over. Right idea. Just couldn't quite get it on frame. Looks like that shot was, again, like I said, right idea, just couldn't get it on frame. That shot was taken by Gutierrez.
Goal scored by number 9, Moises Medina.
Looks like there's going to be a substitution. Preston Judd will come in for Daniel Westholm.
72-28 for the half.
Lancers with possession are going to attempt to work the ball down the field. Ball's going to challenge him, but doesn't get a touch on it. Looks like it'll be a throw-in for DSU. Lancers are going to try and argue it. Ref won't have it. Ref's going to let everyone know who's in charge here. Looks like before the throw, substitution, Dawood will be coming back in for Moises Medina, who netted that beautiful goal just in the 75th minute. Excuse me. Looks like that was in the 73rd minute. Kicked out of bounds. Brian Ball will take the throw in. It'll come back to him. He'll send it to Estrada. Excuse me, Barajas, who will kick it. A big boot down the field. It'll go out of bounds for a Lancer goal kick. Barajas there on the defense to Estrada, who booted to Medina. Unfortunately, will miss the header to Dawood, and Lancers will recover. You know, again, going back, what a great goal by Medina. Looks like the ball was over there in that left wing, booted about 30 yards into that right corner. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better shot and better play. by John Deere Porta and Moises Medina. Lancers trying to work the ball through. Lancers are going to attempt to switch the ball. Big switch. Looks like number 15 will attempt to take it. Still maintaining possession. He'll have a rip. It'll go quite a ways over. But I gotta say, it was a good field goal. That shot was taken by Chris Heckenberg. Ball in the midfield area, big boot. Looks like the Lancers 2-on-3. Lancers playing saying there was a foul, but ref says continue. I gotta say I agree with him. Looked more like a flop to me. Gabby Medina working it. Gabby Medina's going to go down. Ref doesn't call it. Ortega still running with it. He's finally going to go down, and the ref will call it. Looks like it's going to be a free kick for your Trailblazers. Looks like D'Amato is back to take the free kick. A lot of white players in the box with very few black. Still going to manage to get ahead on it, but scooped up by the keeper. You know, I got to say, shots on goal and shots taken in general tonight, the game has been one-sided. Your Dixie State Trailblazers have 6 shots with only 2 on goal and 1 of those going in, whereas your California Baptist Lancers have taken 21 shots tonight with 6 of those on goal and 1 going in. You know, Dixie State has taken as many shots as the California Baptist Lancers have put on goal. You know, both teams obviously have good ratings, both near 50% of their shots are on goal, overall speaking, but that hasn't happened tonight. We just haven't seen that tonight. You know, you got to acknowledge, you know, California Baptist are a 10th placed team. They're ranked 10th. They're well, but your Dixie State Trailblazers are coming from a Pac-West championship last year and an undefeated season. You know, both teams have done an exceptional job tonight playing, but your Lancers, they've taken more shots. They've taken more shots. There's no disputing that matter. Really, Dixie State needs to step up and take those shots. Looks like the Lancers are going to try and counter, but Brian Ball won't have it. Looks like Dixie State trying to connect the passes and work the ball up the field, and unfortunately couldn't quite connect, and the ball go out of bounds for Lancer throw-in. Medina will take it. Gonna send the ball out wide. It'll drop back to Estrada, who will put it into the middle to Beza. Back to Estrada. Looks like D'Amato is gonna attempt to take a shot. Couldn't get his head up, couldn't get on frame, figure out where he was going. Right idea, just couldn't execute. Looks like there's going to be a Dixie State substitution. Moises Medina will be going in for Sean Jenne. Moises Medina back in the game with just over 5 minutes to play. He'll be looking for another one. Trailblazers working the ball down the field into the attacking third. There'll be a cross. Looks like an unfortunate shot. Right idea there. Blake D'Amato just couldn't get his foot under it to strike it hard enough. Looks like the Lancers are gonna work it into the center field. Up, attempting to move it into that attacking third. They're gonna swing the ball to this close end of the pitch. Good defense by Dixie State. Estrada, great footwork. Lancers are gonna attempt to recover. The ball will go out of bounds into the fan section. Thrown to Medina. Lancers will take it. Lancers still maintaining possession, trying to work the ball in. Misses the touch. Big boot by Dixie defense. You know, general rule of thumb, whoever possesses the ball more, maintains more time on the ball, completes more passes, general rule of thumb will win the game. You know, not always the factors, you know, generally speaking tonight, the Lancers, I think it's safe to say, have possessed the ball more, but, you know, it's something that your Dixie State Trailblazers need to work on. They need to work on being a little more patient and looking for those open lanes. Looks like it's going to be a foul on the Lancers. Number 15, if I'm not mistaken, Chris Heckenberg. Ref says he pushed him down, and I have to agree there. Looks like it's going to be a free kick. Gabby Medina is back to take that free kick. Good opportunity here for Dixie State. Gabby Medina he'll send it in. Looks like the keeper will come out and take it. Looks like Medina again with the ball. Just gonna pass it out to Dawood. Dawood looking for an open man, can't get it there, and it'll be intercepted. You know, I got to take a minute tonight and commend each one of these keepers. They've done an excellent job. You know, your Dixie State Trailblazers have faced 21 shots, 5 of which were saves by Zach Nielsen. He's done an excellent job in positioning himself. Got into an unfortunate situation one-on-one and couldn't quite stop it, which is, you know, the scoring run for California Baptist. But overall, he's done an immense job tonight. I commend him for that. And the same goes for keeper, the keeper of the Baptist. Looks like Gabby Medina with a chance. Looks like it'll just go wide. Gabby Medina with a shot. Good opportunity. Couldn't quite get it there. Just wide of that far right post. Looking to do the same thing as Moises earlier. Just a little closer, but couldn't quite convert. It's going to go just wide. Into the 88th minute now. Both teams at the edge of their seats really trying to give it their all in these last little bit. Now this last 5 minutes, really, that the players are tired. They've been running for 90 minutes, and both teams are exhausted. No doubt about it. But we expect to see big things in these last few minutes. Zach Nilsson with a goal kick. Looks like they're looking to counter. Baptist will look to counter and have a shot, but it'll go far right. I said right there. It's a combination of wide and right. Looks like it'll be a DSU free kick. Excuse me, goal kick. Big boot down the field. Lancers really trying to work it in these last few minutes. Looks like, knowing there's little time left, the Lancers will take another shot. Just a few seconds now. And it looks like that is it for regular gameplay. 90 minutes is up. Both teams have got one into the back of the net. 1-1 now. Now I gotta commend both these teams. They've done a good job tonight, defensively, offensively. There's been mistakes made on both ends of the pitch, but overall the teams have done an exceptional job. We see that in the score, 1-1. Both teams with good shots going out. Your Dixie State Trailblazers just need to really convert in that final third. Looks like we will be taking a short break as we move in to the next portion of tonight's match. We'll have 2 10-minute overtime halves, if you want to call them, but we'll have 2 10-minute periods. I believe it's golden goal. You score, you win. So we are excited and looking forward to tonight to see who comes out on top of tonight's match. Again, I'm Kyle Cummings. I'll be your commentator. We'll be back in just a moment. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Legend Solar Stadium. Beautiful night tonight. We have now gone 2 45-minute halves. Your Dixie State Trailblazers 1, California Baptist Lancers 1. Both teams have played exceptional tonight. There's been mistakes on both ends, but now we are going into the first 10-minute period of gold and gold. Both teams are undefeated this season, and that will not have, one team will walk away tonight undefeated. The other will not. Golden goal rules, you score, you win. Everyone is on the edge of their seat now as we move into the first 10-minute period. At the end of this 10 minutes, if there are still no goals, we'll move into the next. But let's not get ahead of ourselves now. Both these teams, like I said, are exceptional and are looking to strike first and are looking to put one into the back of the net and end tonight's match on a good note. We'll see who does it. Your Lancers are going to look to work the ball into the attacking field. Good defense by Dixie State will get the ball out, but Lancers will recover, and Dixie State will try to work the ball defensively out of there. Lancers still in the attacking third. Dixie State needs to get it out in dangerous territory. Lancers gonna have a strike. Real close, too close for comfort. Dixie State Zach Nilsson will block that bad boy out of bounds. Looks like we'll have a Lancer corner kick. Looks like Apodaca took that shot. Again, he was the goal scorer of the regular time. Lancer corner kick. Not sure quite what's happening. Not sure quite what happened down there in the box, but ball went out for another Lancer corner kick. This is going to be the 8th corner kick for the Lancers. They're going to do a short one in. Looks like the referee's going to call it offsides. And Dixie State will take the ball at the offside call. Big boot by Zach Nilsson. Defended by the Lancers. Dixie State with possession. Loses it to the Lancers. Lancers are going to try and give a big boot down the field and work it over the top. Can't quite get it there. Still maintaining possession though. Good flick by Estrada. Dixie State looking to counter. Medina on the far side. They'll work it into the middle. They'll keep swinging it down to this close end to Ortega. Ortega with a unlucky touch. Lancers will take over. Going into the 5th minute of this 10-minute period. Lancers back in attacking territory. Dangerous play. Estrada there to knock the ball out of bounds, but it looks like the Lancers will take yet another corner kick. Dixie State in dangerous territory, really need to mark up. They need to get their keeper in good position where he can call it out and recover as needed. Lancer corner kick, headed out of bounds. Oh, looks like it's going to stay in bounds. Lancers will take the ball again. Looks like they'll try to send it in again. Good defense by Dixie State. Looks like referee's going to call foul on Dawood. Going to say he pushed him over. Looks like it's going to be a Lancer free kick. Lancer free kick in the box, headed out by Dixie State. Good defense there. But Lancer recover and put it back into the box. Dixie State here really needing to get it out of their territory as it goes back in again. Looks like Zach Nielsen, who recovers, is going to give it a big boot. Lancers back in attacking territory. Almost created an opportunity, couldn't quite get it there. Still maintaining possession. Looks like it's going to be a foul called on Ortega of Dixie State. Looks like the Lancers will take a free kick just 15 yards or so outside of the 18. Free kick is in. Back post. Blocked by Nielsen, then kicked out of bounds by Lancers. Again, dangerous territory. Dixie State really needs to step up their defensive end. This 10-minute period has played, the vast majority has been played in Dixie State's defending third. If they want to win, if they want to come out on top, they need to step up their defensive plays and converting into the offensive end of the field. Looks like Lancers with the ball. Looks like the ref's going to call it on Dixie State. On Ortega. Looks like Ortega said some words. The ref's going to give him a yellow card. Fans are booing in disagreement. I have to say I disagree as well. In my opinion, Lancer tripped up Estrada. But the ref sticks firm to the call. The Lancers will boot it back into the box. Off the post! Lancers attempt to get it in. Goes off the post. Out of bounds for a Lancer throw-in. Dixie State just refusing to lose, but can't convert on offense. Looks like that kick was Daniel Westholm, who hit the post and off. Looks like Lancers with another opportunity. It's going to go out of bounds again for another Lancer corner kick. Their 10th corner of the match versus Dixie's only having one corner. Lancer corner kick is in. It's up and it's out of bounds. Another Lancer corner kick. Lancers now have taken 28 shots, 8 of which have been on goal. Just over a minute remaining in this last period, in this first period, excuse me. Lancer corner kick is up. Lancer can't quite get to it. Looks like the ref's going to call it a goal kick. Have a Dixie State player down on the ground. He'll get up. Looks like Dixie State's going to have a substitution here. Moises Medina will be coming off for Christian Hall, who will be heading in. Just seconds left of this first period.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
Looks like Lancers are going to attempt to take the quick free kick, but
2, 1.
period will end. And the team will have a short break now as we move into the second overtime period. Both teams still 1-1. We are in the golden goal rules. The first team to score wins. You know, I gotta say, Dixie State and California Baptist, they've both done an excellent job tonight. You know, I gotta hand it to California Baptist. They've really stuck it to Dixie State offensively. You know, California Baptist now has taken 28 shots, 8 of which have been on goal, and obviously one of them went in. One or two off the post, another one or two that have just barely grazed by. You know, gotta hand it to Zach Nielsen of Dixie State goalkeeping, who's done an excellent job back there. It's Dixie State defense that needs to step up their game. You know, they've allowed 10 plus corners, 12 corners to be exact, 12 corners. In the vast majority of those coming in the last 10 or so minutes. Both teams, you know, you gotta acknowledge the fact that both teams have been playing for 100 minutes now. You know, full 90-minute game plus 10 minutes of overtime, and are now going to go into an additional 10. You know both teams are exhausted. You know both teams are fatigued. That is part of playing 90, or in this case 100 minutes. But to see who succeeds, it will come down to the team that is more physically fit and the team that can endure and that continues to keep their head up and maintain those good, easy passes and really just work the ball down and convert and get it into the back of the net. You know, the California Baptists have struggled, in my opinion, in converting those shots into goals. They've had plenty of opportunities. Multiple of those could have been goals. They need to step up their game in that sense. Dixie State in the same. So as we move now, as both teams take the pitch once again, we are into our second. We are just about to start our second overtime period. Another period of 10 minutes. Golden goal rules apply. First team to score wins the match. Looks like Lancer big boot into Blazer territory, but headed out by Brian Baugh. Big boot again by the Lancers. Really, you've seen, you know, if we've watched the game tonight, a big tactic of the Lancers is getting the ball defensively, giving it a big boot, and hoping that their offense can recover and take that ball and work it into the back of the net. And they've had opportunities, they've had good plays, but haven't been able to convert many of those opportunities in the final third. Looks like a Lancer throw, and it'll wind itself up into the box, but it'll be headed out and go out of bounds for a Lancer throw-in. Both teams on the edge of their seats. If you're just tuning in with us, both of these teams are undefeated. They're exceptional teams, but one will walk away tonight undefeated, and the other will walk away with a loss on their record. Great Dixie State defense. The ball will go out of bounds for a Lancer throw-in. Looks like a Lancer throw-in. It's going to head it in the box. Looks like Zach Nielsen will come out and snatch it. Looks like Dixie's going to be pushed down. Ref will call a foul. Brian Ball will launch it, but it'll be headed out. Looks like it's a handball. The fans, the players are all shouting handball. Even the ref on the far end of the pitch waves his flag. Looks like Lancer's in dangerous territory. Zach Nielsen will scoop it up. Everyone upset, saying there was a handball, but the ref said play on. The Lancers looked to counter and had the opportunity, but couldn't quite convert. Dixie State looking to counter. Defensive player will step in there for the Lancers and they'll take over. Looks like it'll be passed back to Zach Nielsen, who will pass it to Brian Baugh. Brian Baugh will continue to work it up to Estrada. Lancers will take over with space. Lancer opportunity. He'll have a strike. It'll be deflected by Dixie defense. The ball will go out of bounds for... Looks like there's an injured player. Dixie State having some words with the referee. Looks like there'll be a Dixie State substitution. Moises Medina will be coming in. Looks like Alexis Veza will be coming out, possibly injured. It looks like he's got a little bit of a limp there. It'll be a Lancer throw in to resume play. Headed by various players. Looks like right there on the goal line. Looks like the referee will call it a goal. Referee will call it a goal here in the 5th minute. And it looks like your California Baptist Lancers will take the match 2-1. Looks like Dixie State players very upset. Words being had out on the field. Looks like the referee are going to consult what happened there. From this viewpoint, it's hard to tell.
Do you have a replay on that? You see who did it?
Looks like referee decision is finalized. Your California Baptist Lancers won the match tonight 2-1. Unfortunate events there in the last few minutes. Dixie State will lose. Good game overall, though. Again, I'm Kyle Cummings, broadcasting live tonight. We expect to see you back here at our next home game. Dixie State plays again next at Legend Solar Stadium on October 19th at 7 p.m. versus Hawaii Hilo. Their next game, however, will be versus Notre Dame on the road. They have the next 4 matches on the road. You can always catch those games live, though. Again, Dixie State University 1, California Baptist Lancers 2. Appreciate you tuning in tonight. We hope you have a good night again. I'm Kyle Cummings. and we wish you the best. Thank you.
Section